These my dollars make it hurt.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on? Everybody, what's going on? Welcome one more time. Hey. Welcome to the Big Time Show podcast that is being seen and heard live as we speak on Facebook, on the Facebook Big Time Show page, my personal page as well, and of course on Podbean. What's going on to those that may be on Podbean? I haven't looked yet, but if you're there, hello to you. Hello to those that may be on Twitch, and to those that may be on Twitter, etc., etc. One day I just need to get a whole list of everywhere I go because I waste a little time doing this because it's kind of hard to remember all those things. But especially to those who are listening to this download, as most of you know, if you listen to me from from Pandora, um, iHeartRadio, Spotify, any other Google podcast spots, you know that this, of course, is not live. It's uploaded pretty much directly after the show. And so I appreciate those who take the time out to listen, or whatever day of the week that you're listening to this on. I appreciate you so much. What is going on? Let me just take a peek to those that may be looking on Podbean. Let me see. There it is. Hey, Miss Smith, I see you. What's going on today? What's going on? And then I realized this is a bad time. I was supposed to come on at 3:00, but I had something very important. I had to push it to now. Hey, Daniel, Barry Sports Highlights. Hey, brother, what's going on? What's going on? Hey, for those that are here, I ask that you would share if you can. I would appreciate it so much. I won't be with you long as I continue to just continue on with this off-season talk that the Cowboys have nonstop, and we're here to keep it going, ladies and gentlemen. Not too much going on. Listen, this is what I want to say beforehand. If you're watching right now on YouTube, you will notice. You're on YouTube. Daniel, if that is you, not asking you this, but if you notice, something has taken place on YouTube. You'll notice that because I have met all the requirements now for YouTube, my channel on YouTube is now monetized. Yeah, it is now monetized. I am happy about that. I'm super excited about that. If you notice right there on your phones or whatever, you'll see that dollar sign there where if you feel like you want to contribute to the show or you want to contribute to the show uh, with your comments, you can pin your comments in the super chat now. It's there for you. I promise you, if there's a super chat that's there, I will read all super chats. No question, because they've taken the time out to benefit or help me out in my podcast. I must read those. So if you're on YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube now, the channel on YouTube has been monetized now. I am not aware, and I believe I'll say it. Yeah, okay. I hear you. Yeah, I know you just flogging, but uh, don't be surprised. You know what you joking about. Yeah, I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say that. But I'll say this: I wouldn't be surprised if we're in the fight. Let me put it that way. Say it while you trying to be sarcastic and smart. You know, that's all I'm gonna say. Just get ready. We'll see. Again, on Facebook, I'm not sure. Yeah, I know it's April Fool's Day. I already know. Yeah, I know. I already know. I ain't worried about you. I ain't worried about you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about you. If you're on Facebook, I really don't push this a whole lot, but it's been there the whole time. If you want to support the podcast while I talk, you can do the stars. The stars are there if you're on Facebook, on my personal page or the Big Time Show Facebook page. You can do stars, but I'm really excited about the YouTube. I've met all the requirements for that. And so, hey, Terry, what's up? I see you. Hey, Coach Bree Love, I see you, man. Appreciate y'all. It's right there for you. It's not a requirement, but I will say this for those that do the super chats that are on YouTube. I promise you, your comment will be read immediately in midstream. That is my promise to you. This is the first show I've had, I believe, ever since the channel now is monetized. If you're not in the podcast game or that, then you wouldn't understand how long it takes to get your channel monetized and all that kind of stuff. So it's a big accomplishment. And I'm not going to try to dilute it anymore. I worked hard for it, y'all. And so my channel is monetized. It is monetized. For those that will, there it is. Not gonna say nothing, but if you want your, I read almost all the comments anyway, but there may be some obviously that I might miss. But if you monetize it or you push that super chat, I promise you, I will see it. The only question I have right now is, will I see it during the restream? I don't know if I'll be able to. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I got my phone right here. I'm going to watch and see if I see. I'm going to watch and see if I could see if it's super chats what I'm looking at. Yeah. I see you, Terry. I need to know if super chat works on my system, and then if not, then that means I have to look at it. Yeah, I see it. There it is. Thank you, Coach Marv. I see you, brother. That's my first super chat. I be dang. That a super chat. My first one. Thank you, Coach Marv. Thank you, Coach Marv. I now know I don't have to look at my phone. So I appreciate you, Coach. Appreciate you so much. So I know it works now. Bam. For those that are on Facebook, do me a favor. It don't have to be much. You can do 20 cents. 20 cents ain't gonna hurt you. 50 cents. I need to know if the stars come on here. I don't know who's watching, who will be willing to do it. If you're watching the Big Time Show page or my personal page. Somebody put 50 cents in, dollar, whatever you want to put, and let me see if I can see it from where I'm platform. I got the super chat. I can see that. I just need to know if I got it on my Facebook, if you don't mind, somebody. If you don't mind. Hey, Kermit, I see you on there. See, one thing about, I use a streaming service where I combine all the channels together. But if I do it individually, I can see some stuff. Like I see Kermit just joined in with us here, but it don't say that here or what I'm looking at. So I don't know, and it's kind of hard to go back and forth on that. But if you send the stars, I'll be able to see that. Somebody just do that for me real quick if you don't mind. If not, I'll just keep moving. Okay, Coach Breelove, I see you on the phone. I say you sent 99 stars, and I appreciate you, but it does not show here. So I'm going to apologize now to those that will put up the 99, that will send stars through Facebook. I apologize. I will not be able to see that, but I appreciate you so much if you're doing that. Coach Breelove, thank you for that. It helps me out here. All right. Enough with that. Let's talk Cowboys real quick. Now, I ain't been with y'all in a few days, so I'm kind of recapping things that you already know. I was very irritated by the Jones family with one statement. I'm not irritated because I realize Jerry Jones do a lot of talking. You know, Stephen Jones does a lot of talking. He don't do as much as his dad. But Jerry is irritating me. Because just when you think everything is just, right, and it has been going right, you knew they had to ruin it some type of way. And this may not be a real big deal. But help me out. Coach Breelove, Coach Marv, both of y'all are here. This is what I thought when we're talking about playing the game of football. I get it in basketball. I get it. Baseball, it kind of varies. But basketball, I get it. You may have a better player. Oh, there's no volume. Oh, what's going on here? Can you hear me? Everybody hear me on Facebook? Oh, let me see here. Can y'all hear me? You can hear me, Coach Breelove. Okay, Terry, I don't know what's going on. But Coach Breelove says he can hear me. Okay, all right. Let me talk then. Coach Breelove, Coach Marv, help me out. In the game of football, when we're talking about offensive line, forgive me, and I ain't coached. It's been a while. But don't you supposed to put your best five out there? I mean, just help me out. Your best five. Now I understand that if all your best five are centers, well then we ain't talking about putting a center at tackle. I mean, I understand that. But I'll just put it like this. Your best five at just about every position on the line, with the exception of those guys that can play flex. What I mean by flex, of course, y'all should know the lineman can play at least two positions. Sometimes some of them can play three. But I thought we were supposed to put our best five out there. That's what I thought. Now that's it, and it makes sense to put your best five out there because you're trying to protect your quarterback Some linemen are better run blockers than they are pass blockers. I understand it. But let me just go and cut through the chase. There's no way in the world that you can tell me that Terrence Steele is not one of our best five if he's healthy. Why did Jerry Jones get up there and present him and talking about he's a swing tackle? I didn't get that. I didn't get that. As if he's the backup, which leads to another problem. The reason why Jerry Jones is doing that is because of the same old 10 to 12 year problem that is shot up again, or at least he's talking about it. And that is loyalty. It's loyalty. Well, then what are you saying? What are you talking about? Loyalty to Tyron Smith. Loyalty to Tyron Smith. And I got a real problem. I got a real problem with that. Coach Breedlove says you put the best five that fits your scheme, probably because they will be moving the pocket or they will be doing a lot of traps and counters, which fits the West Coast offense, obviously. But I don't think he really got nothing to do with that, Coach Breedlove. I really don't. I really believe that it's because of the loyalty factor to Tyron Smith, and I cannot stand it. Tyron Smith, look, I understand who he is, okay? I get it. I understand who Tyron Smith is and what he means and what his resume is, and I understand he probably will be a first ballot Hall of Famer when he finally retires. I get it. But he ain't, what? My understanding is, some people talking about Tyler Smith is going to be the left guard. And then some of them say that Tyron Smith is going to be the right tackle. Tyler Smith, left tackle. Tyron Smith, right tackle. And I'm like, why don't you make Tyron Smith the backup? We all know he can't. We all know he can't last. We all know he can't play no 17 games. Shoot, you'll be lucky to get 6 games out of Tyron. Why are we so loyal to guys and stunting the growth of guys that need to be in there? It irritates me. See, we getting all hype about all the signings that we got, the re-signings of players. Of course, during this time, we all excited about, we all super excited about the draft that's coming up, as always. We're always excited about that. But now, here comes Jerry with the mess. And like I said before, this could very well be nothing. This could very well be, a bunch of just yep. Hopefully the coaches have something to do with that. Hopefully. Maybe not. Hopefully they do. But let me tell you something. If this is what they're trying to do, see, they don't want to disrespect Tyron. It makes sense. They don't want to disrespect him. They don't want to disrespect him by saying, hey man, you're a bad guy. You come off the bench. You come off the bench. I just don't believe. I believe Jerry, to be honest with you, I just didn't like the statement. I really don't think Jerry really talking about nothing. I'm just saying. I just seen it too long, y'all. Jerry is just yapping. He just yapping. He just yapping. That's what I'm gonna believe. Because the easiest thing, if you just dedicated to put Tyron Smith out there, if you just dedicated, then they already, if Steele is healthy, let me say this, if Steele is healthy and ready to go, then the plan should already be set. Tyron Smith, because that's what they're going to do anyway. Tyron Smith at left tackle. Then Tyler Smith at left guard. I mean, they already done this before. Huh? Yeah. I don't like the loyalty part of the Dallas Cowboys. I've always said, if you've been following me, I've always said that loyalty is the silent killer of the Dallas Cowboys. I've been saying it for so long. They were loyal to Sean Lee. They stunted the growth of other guys playing. The worst one of all was Jason Witten. When he was older, they knew he wasn't what he was. They stunted the growth of every tight end that came behind. We let go of tight ends. We didn't really even know what they could do because they had Jason Witten out there. And we just didn't know. And if you were happy with Jason Witten catching a little 5-yard pass and sit down and slant and all that kind of stuff, then hey, so be it. But as far as being a real threat, he was not that. He was not that. And y'all know that. And what we're starting to see, slowly but surely, are the same things going up. I didn't even see this comment right here, and that's Coach Marv. Look what Coach Marv said. This is what I'm talking about. He's saying what's worse is LV stopping Clark. The Clark's growth. Absolutely right. The loyalty part. Loyalty to LVE. I mean, this is what can kill your momentum. This loyalty part can kill the potential of what really could happen because you just loyal to your guys. When you got some dogs that's in the cage right behind them. You got some young, and thanks, Coach Marv. This really is the truth. You got some real dogs and linebackers that are just sitting back and waiting to be let out the cage to go hunt. But we signed an LVE. Oh, that LVE, I tell you, he's a playmaker. He's incredible. He's right. He can do it. He's our guy. He's the man. Appreciate you, Joe. What's up? He's the man. He can do it. LVE. And you got real dogs behind him. They're ready to hunt. Physical. Fast. Knock your head off. All that stuff. But we lower the LVE. I don't understand it. I'm having a problem with it. I see it starting, y'all. I really do. I'm seeing it. And it's based. You know, LVE gonna play. Y'all know that. Y'all know LVE gonna play. We already know that. So, but who is he? Who is he stopping? Who is Tyron Smith? Who is he stopping? Who is he stopping? I'm really having a problem with this. I'm trying to hook up my stuff here, y'all. Give me a second. I'm really having a problem with this. And the Cowboys got to go ahead and look. If you want to go and win, If you ready to get past, see, sometimes your veterans, let me see, I hope I make sense right here, what I'm about to say. Sometimes your veterans are truly that. They're veterans. That's it. Good veterans. They're just good veterans. That's all they are. But right behind them, and especially since the Cowboys like potential and like to, find out within the first year and a half what they really have. Well, we need to find out. Look, we need to find out about. We need to find out about Mr. Harper. We need to find out about Damone Clark. Can we really find? Look, watch this. Now this. See, we don't forget about this one, but we really don't quite know yet. Not good enough, at least for me. Can we find out about Cox finally? Can we find out about Cox finally, please? Can we put that to bed? If he's not ready, then hey, I get it. But we really ain't had a good sample size to say what he is and what he's really not. They would watch this. They would put in Luke Gifford in before they put Cox in. Now, I'm not there to practice. I'm not seeing it. I don't know what they're watching on game film. All I know is Cox couldn't even get in before Luke Gifford. Forget all the rest of the guys. He ain't getting past that. He couldn't even get in for Luke Gifford. You see what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. Now, I don't know. Look, and on that note, I'm going to trust Dan Quinn on that one. Okay, I'm going to trust Dan Quinn. If he feel like Luke Gifford is better than Cox, then maybe it's something I ain't seen. I don't know. It is what it is. There's another one. There's another one. Thank you, Joe. Not Joe, let me see. It was this. Terry. Terry said y'all were loyal to Zeke when Davis was ready to run. Forget Davis. That's why they switched it up now. They were loyal to Zeke when they knew Pollard needed the ball more than what he was getting. I ain't saying he was supposed to get it 25 times. But there was a point in there that they just made Zeke. They just had to make him the number one back when you knew that things got popping once Pollard got the football. That's where the loyalty party, they were loyal to Zeke, saying, he's our guy. He's so physical. Yeah, but he didn't get it but 2 yards, 2-3 yards. It's 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8. I'm just calling it like it is. They killed that loyalty this time, didn't they? It's bad. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated by the potential of what he said there. See what I'm saying? I don't know what's going on. But we gotta fix it. I hope what I'm saying doesn't come to fruition. I hope that what I'm saying is just a bunch of talk. But I didn't like it at all. I didn't like it at all. At all. Now, all eyes now are headed toward the draft. All eyes. I believe the Cowboys have put themselves in a tremendous position that a lot of teams don't get every year. And that is you draft pretty much free. And what I mean by free, you're drafting almost to the point where you can say best player available on each pick. Truly. Because they filled in so many holes. during the off season that all you can do now is just get on top of it with the draft. That can happen. It's really not needed. I know we need a linebacker. A lot of you say we need another receiver. A lot of you say of course we need a left guard. I get that. And I believe truly that all those positions will be filled. It may not necessarily be at the top of, the first couple rounds of the draft. But I believe that it's going to be, and it don't necessarily have to come through the draft, to be honest with you. There's going to be free agency after the draft. So it's not just guaranteed that the left guard, will come through the draft this year. It's not a guarantee. It's not a guarantee at all. So I like the position where we at. We didn't do anything much except there was a small little glitch. They didn't get all they wanted. We made a big signing, in my opinion, one of those sneaky signings with Hankins. We re-signed him, 1-year deal. That was a big signing for us. However, we did not sign Carlos Watkins. And Carlos Watkins was a very solid, sneaky, pretty good player for us. As you know, if you've been keeping up, he signed with Arizona this week. And so I guess I heard some folks say we need another big man inside. I agree. But it's not just a diehard necessity. By no means. My brother-in-law calling me, and he don't know I'm on the show, of course. He don't know I'm on the show. And I'm going to text him now. Y'all forgive me for that. All righty. But I think that DT is a big one. I don't know if we're going to do it early, but in most mock drafts, that kid from Pittsburgh is there. In most mock drafts, the kid, I'm sorry if I forgot it. I don't know if I forgot his name. That kid from Pittsburgh, pretty good DT or game record. Well, he ain't no Aaron Donald, but he causes problems. He's been there at 26 in most mock drafts. He's there. I think he'll be a fabulous pickup. Yeah. He just say they looking at Pitts, Israel, Apaconda. I guess I spelled that right. He ran a 4.26 and 40. Let's see. When we start talking running back again, we don't need the same type of running back. We need a little pop there. Even though I know we got Ronald Jones, but the question is, are you about to quit on Davis or not? If you're talking about getting these guys, because see, everybody ain't gonna be there. We already got 4 running backs right now. Pollard, we got Ronald Jones, we got Malik Davis. Then don't forget about Rico. So some of these guys ain't gonna be on. Some of these guys ain't gonna make the team, or at least they'll be on the practice squad. But I will say this, Demetrius. If you're talking about running the ball like Coach McCarthy talking about, then yeah, you might be drafting another one. But what I'm trying to say is they put themselves in a nice position where they can draft free, real free. And let me throw this out. It depends on who's there at 26. They may be drafting, then again, they might be trading back. I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's all I'm gonna say. If your guy ain't there and you just drafting guys, what if the best player available is is another tackle. I mean, are you really gonna draft? I'm just saying. He would be a first round pick. First rounders don't sit on the bench too long now. I'm just saying. So I mean, I can see. I'm just putting it out there. I don't know nothing. I'm just saying. If a tackle is there at 26, and you got all these tackles that we got now, Matt Lewesko is coming back. You still got that Mr. Ball over there. You still got Tyron and Tyler Smith. There's 4 tackles. You probably need another one there. I'm just saying, if at 26 is there, you drafting the first round tackle to what? Make him what? Either the third or the fourth tackle. That ain't what you do with first rounders. First rounders on the offensive line, you be playing. That's just the truth. You may not get a first round at quarterback to be playing, and you might not get a first round but just about everywhere else. First rounders on the field. So I wouldn't be surprised if we trade back. What Joe said? Joe said we don't know if D is going to be ready to play in September because knowing Jerry Jones going to drag that contract all preseason. Well, if Diggs don't cut up and have attitude, we all right. He'll just be playing on his last year of his contract. That's all depending on the attitude of Diggs. If the Cowboys are smart, they probably will. They should at least try to get Diggs done one way or the other. I think we're going to be pretty free to pretty much just sit back, fold up our arm, and just see how this draft is going to go. That's what I'm serious. I believe they're going to do this done right. I believe they're going to field all calls. I believe that they going to look at their draft board and see exactly what, and keep in mind, it's their draft board, not ours, not nobody else's. Because remember, the Cowboys last year, if you remember, they had Tyler Smith rated above all those other linemen that we were talking about last year. Tyler Smith was their number one person. They were number one. Just unbelievable. It's kind of like everybody talking about Bijan Robinson, the running back from Texas. Okay, if the Cowboys sign him, guess what? Where is he at on your depth chart if you sign him? Let's go ahead and play that game right now. If you draft Bijan Robinson, where is he day one on your depth chart in the running back position? Certainly you wouldn't draft a first round running back at 26 to have him behind Ronald Jones, would you? Certainly you wouldn't have him listed as your third running back, would you? Not a first round running back, no way. That's why I say somebody ain't gonna make it. A lot of y'all want Bijan Robinson for that. Somebody ain't gonna make it. I'm just saying. Is it Davis who ain't gonna make it? I know Rico probably won't make it if that be the case. I'm just saying. I'm looking to see where everybody gonna be at. If we do linebacker, which wouldn't be at 26, I'm just throwing out scenarios. Where you gonna where the linebacker gonna play it? And let's just go on. It won't be first round. Let's go ahead and talk about somebody like Overshawn from Texas, who everybody like, and I love him too. Just a freak type of dude. But where he gonna play? Unfortunately, he ain't. They play two different positions, but he gonna fall kind of low on the depth chart. If we draft secondary, a lot of you saying we need another corner. No, we don't. We got Gilmore now. But if we got another corner, where you gonna play? When? I mean, when? Look at your depth chart. Gilmore, Diggs, Bland. You still got Jordan Lewis on this team still. Come on now. You got a corner, you drafted in the first round or second round, whatever. Where you gonna play? I mean, I'm not saying we don't supposed to draft them because if they best player available, you just gotta find a way to make it happen. You gotta make that happen. So I we just gotta see what's going on. I got another call there, and that was not it. I tell you what. For those that are watching, let me say this again. I'm very excited again before I open up the phone lines. I'm very excited with my YouTube channel. I got notification this week, actually, that my show has, I forgot about Boss Man Fat Terry. So he in the depth chart too. Wow. My Facebook channel is monetized now fully. I'm super excited about it. Facebook, if you're watching on Facebook, the stars are there, so you can really say that my Facebook is monetized as well. So those I've had people that have asked me in my inbox, and they gave actually try to support the podcast, and I support people that have done that. But this is the way now that you can do it. You can do it now by, if you're watching by YouTube, you can go to that little $ there wherever you are. You can support that way. The super chat. When you super chat, as Coach Marv did earlier, I will stop what I'm doing and read it automatically. There's just not a way to get you to try to do anything because I'm reading. As you can tell, I read comments anyway. But it's definite. And there are comments that I've missed out on. But it's definite there. So I'm super excited about that. All right. Oh, yeah. My phone line now is open. Let's go ahead and talk. I'm done, actually. We're getting closer to the draft. Go ahead and call in. Now, if you want, 901-654-6853. 654-6853. You can call in now if you want. If not, we can go on, keep talking, and then end it rather quickly on today. I just found out I got something to do. Let me read this real quick. Nashawn Wright, exactly. Demetrius. Nashawn Wright is still on the draft. I mean, it's there. And it looks like it's Coach Marv.
Call from
Coach Marv.
I got him. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only. Coach Marv is in the building.
All right, what's going on, Big Show?
Man, I'm here, man. I'm happy. What's going on with you?
Hey, man. Congrats with getting the subscribers up, man, so you can get monetized, man. Yeah. That's an accomplishment, man. And like I say, you keep putting your cutting wood and carrying water. You'll get there. That's it. That's where you keep on cutting wood and carrying water. That's it. And next thing you know, you'll be where you want to be and spreading your words out to a whole lot more people.
I appreciate it.
First of all, one of the first ones to say this, the Cowboys are going, listen, Cowboys all tea leagues say Cowboys going guard tackle at 26. And let me tell you why.
I think they're doing it too, Coach.
And let me tell you why. And it's a very smart move. And this draft, this pick is going to be for somewhat of this year, but more. And I think somebody put in the comments, we think they double dip. It's a possibility they double dip. in this draft at offensive line, because when Tyron signed a contract like this, let's look at it like this. Tyron could have, with his cap hit, they could have reconstructed Tyron's contract to drop it the same amount, right? And just pushed it forward and gave him like 2 years. And they could have brought the number down. Yeah. But they tore the contract up and just did a 1 year deal, basically. So this deal, it tells me that this is a sign when a lineman says it's coming to the end. Yeah. And we thought that, hey, and don't believe all that hype. When you sign a contract like this, I really do believe it was a contract that's saying, hey, I want to make this last run because I know that just how good this team is. Mm-hmm. And I can do, if I need to be in there for a pinch to start because we have injuries or whatever, or we're not going to rush Steele back like we rushed our other linemen, our other knee injury guys back, maybe do it too soon last year, and Gallup as well as Cox. I don't think neither one of them really got on their feet because we felt that we needed him to come back, and I think Cox felt he needed to come back because he wanted to play, and then I might have hampered him in getting going because he did miss some practices during the year with a little swelling. So those type things can hinder you, and we know a Gallup coming back a little too early. It took him a while, and and when you try to kind of favor one injury, then you get another injury, then you look much slower. So I think the Cowboys feel like they're in a position where, yes, Steele look good in his workout, but they don't have to rush him back because, remember, he got hurt during the season, so they don't want to say, okay, we trying to rush him back, and then and he's not to his full extent, or he can start having other little knick-knack injuries because he's not truly ready with that knee. So Tyron said, okay, we signed a contract to say, if I play, I get paid like a starter.
Yeah.
If I don't, and I just have to do spot duty, he understands that a swing tackle don't get $14 million or double digits, million. So he understands that. And when you sign a contract like this, they didn't give him no contract that said that we got to restructure next year. It's really a 1 year thing. And if you feel that role is still going to be good for you next year, we're talking about the same amount of money. If that comes, and I don't think, Tyron is in it for the long haul when you start having all these injuries, and he understands what his body can do. You know what I'm saying? But when he's healthy, he plays well. You know what I'm saying? So that's one reason, because you're going to probably lose Tyron after this year. The second reason is Zach Martin. Now, I know people don't want to touch Zach Martin, and I'm not talking about touching Zach Martin for his play, but Zach has been doing well with not having injuries, but every role has an end to it, and we never know. We may have some knick-knack injury with Zach, but Zach Martin signed a contract, and that contract is almost over. And the 4 years on that, all the money has been pushed back. When they restructured him last time, there is no more 4 years to push it back to. Sure. Zach Martin's cap hit next year is going to be $23 billion.
Yep, gotta do something.
And you got to make a decision with a guy that's in his 13th or 14th year at $23 billion. Are you going to take up that cap room, or are you going to sign him to an extension, right, or to a new contract? And I don't think they're going to sign him to the minimum contract. And I'm not saying exactly, but you don't sign a guy at that time with the amount of years you need to make it fit at that age. So the Cowboys are planning.
They're gonna be,
if this season,
if I had to bet money on, they're gonna be loyal to Zach Martin. No doubt.
They're gonna be loyal, but I just heard Zach talking. Zach does not. Zach and Tyron does not come off on a guy to me that are going to play till their wheels fall off and they can't do nothing else. Yeah. And if this Cowboy team has a success where I think it is building to, let's say we get to the NFC Championship game or get to a Super Bowl, these guys are bad. These guys will bow out and move on into the sunset because they have done all they can do. And we know the Cowboys are not there. And when they have younger guys in the fold, I really believe that the Cowboys, when they have young guys in the fold, then they can move on. So I really think they wanted to move on from Tyron, but Tyron served the purpose as he could be a swing person. They seen he could play on the right side as well as he could play on the left side. And if they need in a pinch, just like when Carter said, we have to take in account that we had a lot of injuries on our offensive line, and we have to take an account of that this year. So that's why I think that they're trying to fortify themselves with that. Yeah. So if they go double dip, I never thought the offensive line was a problem anyway. And a lot of teams will love the depth that the Cowboys have. Yeah. I posted on Twitter that they went out and brought into the building this week a guy named Elijah Wilkerson that was a starting offensive guard and tackle for the Atlanta that they really thought highly of, but it was in a crunch because they signed some other linemen. But the Cowboys are moving and shaking because if you bring that guy in on a low budget contract, now what you draft in the draft, you're gonna have some assets, and this means that there's don't even look at these guys that's coming back. All these moves when they do this draft, it's gonna tell you that Mac Lewesko and Ball are competing for a position. Yeah. And it ain't gonna take long for that decision to be made. I'm telling you that Forniak has a position on this team because he plays center and guard. But they don't want him to be a swing guard or a starting guard, but they feel that they can use him in the crunch. But when you have backup players, there's pitch counts on it. Yeah. People don't understand that. If you have a backup player, it's a pitch count. And you say, you kind of judge the guy and say, well, for a series or two or maybe a game, that I'm not talking about this guy for a long term, because then their flaws start to show up even more the longer they play. So then you got my man Collins, which is when they have a chance, basically how he plays. And then you bring these other guys in, you looking at you, and if you draft a guy in this draft, if you put all those together, you got about 10 good linemen. And they're going with the position flex with a lot of stuff because that's how you're going to get around these injuries. And Jerry might have heard a conversation with Steele. Yeah. In this conversation, and this happens. You look at your players, especially your young players, and you see Tyron go and play the right tackle, or you see another guy do another position, and you start saying, okay, well, there's nothing wrong with we in mini camp or training camp to see if Steele can play guard. What's wrong with this? There ain't nothing wrong. Nothing is wrong with that because you don't know, and if it does well, it just helps you when things get awry, when things come up, that you are okay to adjust to whatever's going without skipping a beat.
Let me throw another name that we ain't talking about, Coach. And that's Fair.
Who is that?
Fairnock. I love him. He was knocking people's head off on running.
Fairnock, there you go. You got Fairnock in there. So you got these guys that they're building competition, but they're building for this offensive line. Well, you really think about it. If they draft another offensive lineman, this offensive line has been rebuilt. Because the only two old people on this offensive line is Tyron Smith and Zach Martin. Everything else has been rebuilt. And even your backup it's been rebuilt. And Tyron is on a 1-year deal that's extended later, so you understand that he's about to go. So Zach Martin is your last guy. And again, there's no more distance. Cowboys sign free agents, and they put the big-time free agents, and they put these war years on the end of their contract so they can keep pushing money back. Well, the money don't push back as far as you can go on Zach Martin. So now you even going to have to sign him up to, and he ain't paying for no peanuts. You got to make a decision on them. But the things that the Cowboys don't talk about, you have to look at the situation and say, "Oh man, they just restructured Zach Martin's contract," but they don't say anything. But if you look out there on the contract, Zach next year is going to be a $23 million hit, and that's not going to fit.
Yeah, something got to change.
So that's where we at. I do like where they're going. And now, if you're talking about their second round draft pick, if you want to look at the area that they're going to attack, the next area they're going to attack is one. The only thing that will make them jump off of tackle right at the first pick is their marquee defensive end is on the board. Now, if the LSU, and the reason why, again, this is DeMarcus Lawrence last year back.
Oh yeah, D-Law.
He did what he worked with the team worked with him. Yeah. Marcus Lawrence played well, but he worked with the team. They worked with him. They know his contract is over after this year. They're not signing into another deal. He understands that. I think that this was his last deal. That when he's dealing with all his injuries, I think that this was his last run. Yeah. So I don't see him going nowhere else. So there's no more deal for him. So there's got it, and you got Fowler, which is on a 1 year deal. Armstrong, 1 year left on his contract, he's done. And then you got
Sam Williams.
Yeah. And you're still not, and I think people want to dedicate Michael Parsons to full-time DN.
No.
That's not going to, I don't think the Cowboys want to do that. No, but I think it's a rush guy. But they're going to want to try the defensive end thing because little that we know, and we really watch film, the middle was the setting the edge was a problem in our running game, and then quarterbacks run the ball and receivers get chunks of yards on reverses and all that. Very few games I've seen. Even you go back to the Green Bay game, that people just gashed us up the middle. That was 2 years ago. So, but setting the edge was a definite problem of running off tackle, which and around the corner and losing contain. That was a definite because we got to remember how many quarterbacks, every quarterback had scrambling yards against us, and guess what they count those as? Rushing yards. So I think defensive end is a pick. My favorite, I know that my Quinn likes McDonald from Iowa State. He's moving up the draft board really fast. He's a very good, very productive. I like him. But next to Alabama's guy, the second best guy is a guy named DJ Ola, whatever, from LSU.
Yeah.
He is a definite dog.
Yeah.
This guy is going to be a star. And this guy plays well against anybody. So we'll know how this is. I think I just want to say that we are in a good spot.
Yeah, real good spot.
Because when you can start, talking about, well, you know something, I got a great right tackle, but you know something, I can try and make guard.
Yeah.
That means that your room is so deep and you feel like you're in such a good spot. You can play around with things in the off season where most teams have to say, "No, I can't even afford to play around because I don't even have enough players to start with."
Let me ask you this, Coach, and I'll let you go after this one. Let me ask you this: what do you feel about the kid from Florida, the guard from Florida?
I love the guy from Florida, but I'm gonna tell you a sleeper guard that I had. The guard out of UCLA.
UCLA, yep. He's dominating folks.
Yeah,
he dominates people. And
he's a mauler,
and he's much bigger.
Got a wrestling background as well too.
Yeah.
I think the Cowboys, but they brought him in to talk to him too, but I think they feel that they can pick him up. Whichever they go first, then they're gonna go if they go double dip, they'll go the opposite. But their Cowboys are really big now on guys who play guard and tackle.
Exactly.
Or a player that can play guard or center. Because you got to understand, Cowboys are making moves thinking about not only this year, but next year. Because guess what? Tyler Biadasz is a free agent next year.
Coach, I'm thinking they're going further than just next year. I believe they're trying to make sure that Dak Prescott within the next 4 to 5 years got at least 2 or 3.
That's what you're supposed to do.
But yeah, I believe they're trying to make sure they got at least 3 first round guys that's gonna be on that offensive line. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you saw how many ways. Because remember now, all these guys that we done picked up in trade, all these guys that we done signed, our own free agents, and guys that we signed, maybe everybody signed a 1-year contract. Even though one person signed a 2-year contract, basically, is Donald Wilson. Yeah. Don't get fooled by that. That contract is a 2-year, $5 million guarantee, and $2.something million is incentives, so they can get rid of him next year without owing him no money, no dead money. Donald Wilson got basically a 2-year deal, and so that's that. Gilmore came. He only got 1 year left on his contract. Yeah. Fowler signed a 1-year deal. Hankins signed a 1-year deal. So what the Cowboys gonna do here? Every position that they sign these 1-year deals, it would be smart for them to look at their roster and say, we signed these guys so they can be frontline guys. Yeah. So we need to replace those guys in the draft and undrafted free agents to see if we hit a home run like we did, probably 3 to 4 players every year out of our draft that hit a home run to replace these guys when these guys come up for the next deal. Because if we win a Super Bowl or get really deep, everybody want to be paid then if they want to play.
No doubt about it. Appreciate you, Coach.
So that's all I go. I appreciate you, man, and congratulations again, man. And I'm glad you stayed away from that. Tornado stayed away from you, brother.
Yeah, man. It was rough down here in Tennessee. Right next door to it, right up the road, actually, in a city called Covington, which is about 35, 40 minutes away here. There's serious damage out there. So Memphis survived what was going on. I appreciate that.
Well, as the Bible says, all these storms and things will start happening. They just keeping the land, ain't they?
It's here, man. It's here.
That's it.
All right, man.
All right.
Coach. Thank you so much. That was the one and only that my buddy, Coach Mar, the unofficial co-host of the Big Time Show. Always appreciate his contribution. He's one of the reasons why my YouTube channel is monetized now. And let me thank everybody who's whether you are regular or whether you are, if I ain't seen you in a minute, whatever, but everybody who is, this is really a milestone for everybody. To be honest with you. It just lets you know, because most of you guys started off with me from day one. So where I started from at 0. And now you see where I am now. As of now, I have on just the YouTube channel, I think I got 2,100, over 2,100 subscribers now. So I've been doing this pretty much right at 2 years, maybe just a little over 2 years. So it took a lot of work, a lot of consistency, a lot of just sticking with it, and the show was growing. I was just happy to have 200 people just say, hey, subscribe. Like, wow, 200 people want to listen to what I got to say. Now it's over 2,000. I just went over last week, 4,000 watch hours, which is the other requirement to get your show monetized. A lot of people think you just get just 1,000 subscribers and you can go with it, but no, you got to have 2 of the requirements made, and that was the 4,000. So I just went over the 4,000 watch hours. And so now, as you can see, if you're watching by YouTube, you'll notice the little new change there, right there. If you're watching by your phone, you'll see that little dollar sign there. Now I have the super chats like my brothers got, like Boss and like West and West Coast, and definitely like Law Nation, who they will have. I text them, and they text me, and they was obviously happy for me. Had a real long, pretty extensive talk with Boss, and Boss is gonna be on my show coming up soon. So get ready for that. Boss Cowboy will be with me coming up real soon. Just got to get it set up. But he's promised that. I'm gonna see if I can sneak Law in here too. I believe Law gonna come hang with me. So y'all just get ready. We're gonna do some bigger things, as to make the show go crazy. Who knows? Look, I didn't think when I started off I would have the show to be like this. I was just having fun. Just talking about a team that I love, and and that's it. That's all I was doing. I really wasn't thinking I would get appreciate you, Terry. Appreciate you, Joe. Appreciate you, my brother Gary over there. Appreciate all y'all. Y'all guys were with me from the beginning. People like Joe, who is in the country of Italy. I always recognize him because right over in Italy right now, it's probably about 4, 5 in the morning, 3 or something like that in the morning. And Joe is on this show every time I go live. So, people like that, you got to thank, because I'd be nothing without you guys. Terry, come on now. All you guys, Coach Marv, Coach Breed Love, Shane Odom, I can just go on and on with names that I know. It's because of you guys. Joe says 2 in the morning over there in Italy right now. So because of that, I mean, I ain't nothing without you guys. So I appreciate it. Everything that I am, or whatever you think I am, is God is breathed. When God breathes on something, it could be a great thing. So he's obviously breathed on my little podcast, and thanks to you guys, I am where I am. So it's because of you that my show is now monetized just about on all platforms now. And I haven't really just I don't beg, because this is not my primary source of my income. But at the same time, it's my little hustle. And so yeah, I want to get paid like everybody else. I gotta I would like to do that. I ain't no sense in me lying about it, but I'm not gonna force it on anybody. Period. But the option is there on Facebook. The stars are there as well, as you can see. Hey, that. Most people have always asked me, how do I support your podcast? And as you can see, as it goes, you see the little ticker going across. These are the ways that you can do that. Let me see. Well, that's just how you just join if you want to watch me somewhere. You see the Cash App. That's simple. That's about as simple as it could be. You could do that. On the YouTube, you see now where the super chat option is now. You can do that. Those are the main two. Facebook is easy. Stars. The stars are there. That's all you got to do is hit that. There you go. That's how you can help out the podcast, where you can do that. Listen, whatever. I had one more thing, and good Lord, I just forgot about it. Well, let me say this: Final Four is going on. It's a great game going on right now. Florida Atlantic is up by 2 with about 3 minutes to go on San Diego State. WrestleMania, for those that are wrestling fans, WrestleMania is today and tomorrow. So I like wrestling. So it's a big day, a sports day for us. I'll be up a while tonight watching that. Listen, I totally forgot what I was about to say. Oh, one last thing. This is what I want to talk about. and I'll close with this. I saw somewhere where the OBJ story is picking up some more steam. I saw somewhere. I don't know if it was true or not. I don't know if it was true or not, but Jared Jones, it said that Jared Jones said that he is going to be a Cowboy. Now, I'll say this. See, if you bring an Odell in here now, Odell will automatically know his place. He will not be the number 2. He will battle for number 3 and 4. He would. Yeah, April Fools, exactly. I saw that. I saw it in multiple places though, Gary, and then one today. I saw this last week that it's still a little steam, a little smoke there about OBJ coming to Dallas. I'm gonna say this, and it's a reason why I'm saying this, y'all. It ain't cause I want him. Matter of fact, I don't want OBJ. Let me just make it very clear. I do not want OBJ. I never wanted him when he first started talking about it. However, I will say this, only for this reason right here. Because the NFC, in my view, is probably going to be so wide open. If you're really going to try to make a move, you need to stack the deck as best as possible. If you sign 1-year deals, give OBJ a 1-year incentive-driven contract. We'll see. The old saying is you can't have too many weapons. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. If the NFC is so wide open, I saw something else too, but I ain't gonna talk about that. I may talk about that Monday. I saw the list of, I think I did this on my show before, everybody not talking about who ranking the NFC quarterbacks. And oh my God, I saw some stuff, man. They had Dak Prescott, and it's just unbelievable to me how low they got him. And I'm not saying because he's supposed to be, but I remember I said it. I went down the list in the NFC, the whole NFC, like Dak is better than this guy, this guy, and this guy. And then some folks are saying David Carr's better. Some folks saying Jared Goff is better. Some folks saying, I'm like, what world? What tape did you watch? Some of them say Kirk Cousins is better than Dak Prescott. And I'm like, what? I may have to go find that list. I'm gonna have to find it because I hope Dak Prescott. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna tweet it to him. Doc, this is what they saying about you, man. You need to come on. This is what they saying about you. And the whole AFC, when Aaron Rodgers signed with the Jets, the AFC is just gonna be loaded with all the better quarterbacks in the league. They all gonna be stuck in the AFC. And you look around the NFC and you like, okay, come on now. The Giants, he better than Danny Jones. Jalen Hurts. Some folks kind of split on that. I say Jalen Hurts got to do it more than 1 year. Dak Prescott has done it more than 1 year. He had a good Jared Goff. Jalen Hurts was better than Dak Prescott last year. I give him that. Last year. I can't give him everything else now. 1 year don't mean you better than the man. Come on now. But a lot of folks think like that. I'm not one. So I'm saying Dak is better than Jalen Hurts. Washington, my God, who is Washington's quarterback? So that right there, I don't even need to know. I know he ain't better than Dak Prescott. Sam Powell, whatever his name is. No. Go down the list. Tampa Bay. Dak is better than Baker Mayfield. Dak is better than C.J. Stroud, who probably would be the number one pick. Dak is better than him. The Central. I don't feel like doing this again. Y'all know how the quarterbacks are. I just can't. I just don't understand. But I'm saying all that to say, when the quarterbacks, they say you the best quarterback get you, along the way, far down the road. And there aren't too many quarterbacks better than Dak Prescott. I got a number one in the NFC coming into this year. The best quarterback in the NFC this year is Dak Prescott, to me. I ain't saying he on Patrick Mahomes level and all that kind of stuff. I'm saying when you look at the landscape of the NFC and you look at all the teams' quarterbacks, and then you look and see Dak, you say, okay, it can't be too many better than him. It can't be. And because of that, when you got a chance to go ahead and put your foot down on the NFC, yeah, go ahead and stack the deck. Go ahead and stack it. Go ahead and stack it. Not because I like OBJ, not because I know he gonna get hurt like he always do, but what if he don't get hurt? Stack the deck. We trying to go to the Super Bowl. That's somebody calling.
Call from
Terry.
Terry. Yes, sir. My brother here, Terry Turner, in the building.
Hey, what's going on?
Man, you here, man? What's going on? Talk to me.
Well, you just kicking the bear. You had poking the bear, and then when you said Dak Prescott in the NFC, I said, well, I don't want to talk about that. You're entitled to your opinion, But I've seen him cower in the moment too many times, and it's a lot of people that don't want to face reality. That literally, the first 2 years, that was Zeke. And Zeke, just like Love covered a multitude of faults, Zeke covered up a whole lot of Dak stuff. And I don't want to get into that, but now we starting to see who he really is without a great running game. Many quarterbacks can't do it. I'm sorry, I saw Joe Burrow do it and go to the Super Bowl, but that's another story. I called to talk about the free safety position.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they're going to give Israel Mukuamu a shot at that position?
Nope. I mean, you got three that I consider to be your starters. Donovan, Wilson, Hooker, and Kurtz. Oh, I mean, they start. That's automatic. So you already battling for the fourth, and Israel can play corner as well. And with Anthony Brown probably not going to be here, I think his better shot really is at corner rather than safety. That's just me. I think that's his best shot.
I saw him play safety in South Carolina.
He did it last year. He did it last year, Terry. He did a little bit of both last year with us. And he played well. And I think about it now. I keep looking at it. I say last year was great for Malik Hooker. But Hooker got that Tyron Smith kind of help. Yeah. He did.
I mean, his history showed that. And last year was an outlier.
Yeah, last year. But he stays hurt too.
That's why I was looking at that. Let's try Mukuamu at it, because I like the guy's instinct and the way that I seen him in South Carolina. My fault. I saw him at South Carolina because we get a lot of their games over here in Georgia. I don't know why you live in Georgia and a Gamecock fan.
See,
they ain't been nothing since George. George's name won the Heisman, but they ain't did nothing since then.
But see, there's another name, Terry, that we forgetting about too, and that's Bale.
What's that?
Bale is a safety that need to get on the field too. See, everybody forgot about him.
No, I ain't forgot about him. I just never took it serious because you wearing number 40. That means that literally they gave you the whatever number, and you really ain't earned the I'm a ball player number. Kind of hard to take that serious.
But my question is if Israel is better than Bale, how far is it? Like, is it such a huge gap or not? And we won't know that because we ain't in practice, so we don't get to see. I just wonder what they're thinking. I'm gonna tell you something else though, Terry, and this I don't know if they ever thought about it. I believe that Boss Man Fat would be a better safety than he is a corner. He's physical, he's fast, and he's a ball hawk. I think he can play.
I thought about that.
Safety. And switch.
I say that's the only. I've been saying that for the longest. I said that's the only way that boy gonna stay.
I agree.
Because he don't turn his head. Yeah. He needs to be looking at it the whole time.
Yeah, right now.
I mean, he got that old what's it? Awuzie. He got that Awuzie disease. It's like their head can't turn but 13 degrees.
See, if Jordan Lewis is healthy and playing, Boss Man Fat essentially is your fifth corner. Fifth. Because he ain't starting over Gilmore, Diggs, Bland, or Jordan Lewis. He automatically your fifth corner. So I'm saying, like, he just regulated the special team. And I mean, he got a better shot playing defense to me at safety. I don't know if he can play it. I don't know. I was just throwing it out there. I believe, if we could do some flex, I believe he's capable of playing safety, and I think he'd be a pretty good one too. But corner, he's not going to play corner this year. I mean, not really. He won't even see the field if Jordan Lewis is healthy.
I mean, but he behind. You forgetting also he behind Izzy because they put Izzy in at the end of the year last year before him.
Exactly.
So he number 6.
Yeah. So I'm kind of worried about Boss Man gonna get lost in this shuffle. I can see that happening real quick. Man, I appreciate you, Terry, man. Well, get on off here.
I'm tired. All right, because I'm between WrestleMania and this ball game.
Oh, man. Who you got tonight? You got, tomorrow is Roman and Cody. I think I think they set it up for him to win. I think Roman's going to take a big vacation. So.
Roman got to take a big vacation. Roman, they didn't mention his health issues, but Roman finna go away for a while.
Yeah.
So therefore, Cody gonna go in ahead and climb the hill. Yeah. They didn't have nobody they felt could beat Roman credible. So that's why they rushed Cody back and let him win the Royal Rumble. And see, he had no build up. Nothing that the WWE loves to do more than give you a big build up and some vignettes and he's coming. Well, Cody was here.
Yeah.
They had their back against the wall. Yeah. Jerry Jones, deadline make deals.
Yeah.
But I ain't gonna hold you.
Man, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for calling in, Terry, and I appreciate you for all the years you hung with me, man. Thank you so much.
Oh, I want to congratulate you on getting monetized because I know my wife do a DIY channel on YouTube, and I know the hard work that go in.
Yeah, man.
And we done bought enough likes and all kind of other stuff, which I should know more, but I don't. I'm a husband. That gives me an excuse.
That's right. I appreciate you, brother.
Thank
you so much now. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
All right, that was the one and only, my brother Terry in the building. I tell you, man, this is awesome. This is awesome. Listen, I'm going to get out of here. A lot of stuff going on. Y'all enjoy the rest of your evening on tonight. Y'all enjoy everything. And we'll see y'all on Monday, I believe. Monday. Monday. Monday at 7:00. We'll check you out, all right? I appreciate y'all. Go ahead and get your hand claps together real quick. Appreciate the super chat, Coach Mars. Appreciate you, Coach Breedlove, with the stars on Facebook. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I am out of here now. We'll see you on Monday for the one and only, ladies and gentlemen. This has been, appreciate you, Joe, the Big Time Show.